Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing your weekly prediction. I don't have any objects today here with me. I want you to choose from pile number 1, 2 or 3. Pile 1 starts on your left or just by looking at these cards. If you need some more time, stop the video right here and I'll catch you in timestamps. Hey group number 1, let's see what is up with you next week and a half. This is not an English deck, so I'm going to translate the light and dark aspects of this card. The light aspect says inner peace and stamina, flexibility, patience, the joy of life, and not backing away from seeking what you want. Now the dark side of this card says stress, feeling sorrow, hysteria, feeling sad and feeling like you're a victim of your own, crying. Interesting. For a dark side, crying, I don't think this belongs here. I don't know why. Because I think with crying you release quite a lot of stuff out of your system. But maybe this is talking about someone who kept staying in this victim manhood and they kept crying over the same thing again. I think that's what the author means. And nervous, shivering after stress. So let's see, in which part would it be, light or dark aspect of it you sit next week and a half. I'm gonna adjust the camera. I'm gonna put you right here. Okay. Let's see what is up for you next week and a half. You have the Initiate of Cups. You have the Six of Wands. Okay, this is good stuff. I like that for you. And you have the High Priestess. I feel like some of you recently went through a spiritual shift, but it wasn't fun. It was probably difficult. It was very transformational. And next week and a half, you're coming back to balance. You're coming back to your essence. If you felt like you were lost, or if you felt like you were on your own, if you felt like you were stiff in your body, next week we are releasing that. And a lot of you are turning to spirituality, or some of you are going to notice that your psychic abilities are being heightened. You probably have predicted something for yourself lately, or you will be predicting that next week and a half, or what you have said to yourself that I feel like this is gonna happen, it might be happening next week and a half. Let's see in which area of your life are you succeeding here. Pile number 1 with the Six of Wands. You're tapping into the inner peace. Which area of your life are you succeeding at next week and a half? Let's look. You have the Three of Swords here. You're overcoming a turmoil. You're overcoming difficulties, emotional baggage that you had. It feels like some of you are purging or have recently purged. Okay. Bottom of the deck we have a Fool card. This is a new chapter for you, pile number 1. Next week and a half, you're feeling pretty organized, very well structured, at least better than before, and you're very focused on your emotional and mental well-being. It feels like what gets you out of this state, or what helps you out, is having a good routine or having discipline, because some of you were thrown off track lately. Some of you might be grieving a relationship. or there is something shifting within you and the relationship with yourself is changing. Big time death card here. Death card here. Okay. It feels like you're tapping into the creative side of self. Some of you will be doing DIYs. Some of you will be painting. Others of you will, I don't know why I'm seeing someone creating a diary, like a new diary. It feels like they're designing it for themselves. This could be anything really, but it feels like once you tap into the creative side of self and you express yourself, it helps you move forward. What do you need to know about your work and career? I'm going to be using the In-Between Tarot. What do you need to know about your work and career? We have the Page of Wands. We have Justice. And you have the Five of Cups. All right. A lot of you are very focused on formalities. I would say make sure if you work in the office or you work with documents, formalities, anything like that, just do not rush in your workplace, because I'm seeing someone missing a page or missing a box that they need to tick, and then you have to redo it again. Pay attention to what you're reading, pay attention to the small font and all of those things. For a lot of you, you're being drawn to learning. Next week we're gonna have, so maybe some of you are signing up for a seminar, or you are learning a new skill that you've recently picked up. You're trying to improve yourself. Others of you are realizing that the place that you are in, you want to make a big change in your work life. Would it be a different career path? Would it be a different job? A realization hits you. And for some of you, maybe it's because it was impacting your physical well-being, and you understand that now I have to make big changes. This is not good for me anymore. This is a really good week to start something new overall. Do not be afraid to be an intern, to learn, to ask questions, okay? You have the Tower. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the Magician. So what you thought you were not able to achieve, or what felt like a blockage for you, is being destroyed next week and a half. And it comes through with a realization that, you know what, I can do this. I can pick up this skill. I can get this new job. And then you're stepping into the Magician and the Knight of Wands energy. Let me go and get it. Let me go and get this shit done. It feels like you want to make big changes in your work life, and those will be benefiting you in the long run. Some of you might have felt that you're not in the right place. If that's not your case, this is not your message for sure. Now let's look at your relationships. Would it be platonic, romantic, whatever needs to be highlighted here. You have the Hermit. You have the Four of Pentacles. You have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups and the Five of Cups, I think we had here. Your focus is being drawn towards building yourself up. Relationship-wise, you might feel like you want to be in solitude. You might want to spend a bit more time on your own because you're going through something emotionally. You feel like everything is up in the air. I need to have some time off. So let me focus on something that makes me feel more grounded, or let me focus on my sense of safety and security. So that would be your work, your hobbies, your studies. You feel like you want to isolate yourself, yeah, in order for you to grow. And you know that you need that time for yourself. I don't want to maybe pick up that phone call. I do not want to see people that much this week. I just want to kind of hermit and go through whatever I'm going through emotionally. There is a person who is going to be quite supportive here. This feels like a brother or a father to me. This could be a friend who has those kind of traits, or that's the way they treat you. Okay? Let's see. Relationships. Pile 1. Hey, trying to let go of one particular situation in your life. Now, this could be your own habit. Again, coming back to relationship with yourself, for a better relationship for yourself. For others, this is a relationship that you're trying to release. You were really tied to someone energetically, maybe physically, and you understand that this is a time of release. So you're taking a moment to purge, you're taking a moment to reflect, you're taking a moment to heal. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. In this particular deck, this Two of Cups reminds me of someone who's overthinking a situation, or someone who was hurt and they keep thinking about the same thing again and again, connected to that relationship. If you look at that red splash on someone's forehead right here, it touches their eyes here. This reminds me of migraine. Some of you might have been experiencing that too. So you're releasing a connection, or you are becoming a better friend to yourself, and that's very important to you. Next week we're gonna have, so that you can step into the light here and find inner peace, stamina, and be a bit more flexible, have more patience with yourself and others around you, and then reclaiming the joy of life. Okay, I hope this made sense, pile number 1. As usual, if you need more content, find me on Patreon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. Let's see what we have for you. This is not an English deck. I'm going to translate the dark and the light aspects for you here. Light aspect says grounding, earthing, having... how do I translate this for you? I'd sum it up as having a good balance within and self-care. Dark aspect of this card says not wanting to be here on this earth or in your body, and spiritual bypassing, or running away to a spiritual side of life in order for you not to be here or not to focus on reality. Escapism, I'd say that too. All right, let's see what we have for you. The deck that I'll be using is the Healing Light Tarot, I believe it's called. Let's see. What is up next week we're gonna have? We have the Devil. Interesting. We had the Devil for pile number 1 too. It feels like a collective message here for everyone. Okay. Let's look. Three of Swords, we had that in pile 1 too. What is going on next week we're gonna have? This feels intense. Let me adjust the camera slightly. Okay, a lot of you are looking at obsessive behavior. Again, I would come back to escapism. This could be, for example, a situation where someone sees that the relationship is not working out in reality, but they keep saying to someone that, you know what, but I keep getting signs about this person, or I keep getting spiritual downloads that this is the one, but the reality is very different. So that would be, again, using spirituality in order not to cope with the reality. And this is just an example of a relationship. It could be many different ways that this shows up. But someone had an obsessive behavior or habit here, or maybe an addiction that they're trying to overcome next week. We cannot have addiction to a substance, addiction to that particular behavior, addiction to a person. And when I'm looking at this Four of Wands here, it feels like I'm looking at those circles. It feels like it's wrapping up. I wouldn't say it's wrapping up in the next week and a half. I'd say at least 3 weeks from now you're feeling lighter. But this takes a moment, right? This takes a moment. Grounding or earthing is your way to go. Focusing on what is real and what is in front of you. So that's gonna put you more in balance. You're also going to start taking care of yourself a little bit more and focusing on what is good and what is not good for you. Changing the habits is the big deal, pile number 2. What is this devil connected to? What is this devil connected to? We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands. It's like someone is protecting an idea, ideology, or protecting something, but it's actually working against them. Don't touch this. This is mine. I'm gonna deal with this on my own. Or everything is fine, but the reality is different. Okay, what is the advice here? Or someone is pushing the other person to see their dark aspects of self, but they don't see it because they don't want to see it. They don't want to acknowledge that. The time will come when they'll do it on their own. This could be also a situation where someone is trying to help the other person to overcome addiction, and they're not giving in. They're not accepting the help. But addiction is a thing where if one doesn't want to, or if one is not ready, no one can help them but themselves. The power is within, not outside. The will needs to be found inwards. Okay, what do we need to know about our relationships in general? Would it be romantic or platonic? What do we need to know about our relationships? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords. Too many cards. We have the Eight of Cups. Ooh, this is a very interesting scenario. Pile 2 is super interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Okay. The truth is going to be revealed for you. If you felt like you are uncertain about one particular connection, or you were looking for answers, what should I do? So I'm just trying to drag these piles in order for you to see better. If you were uncertain, looking for answers, it feels like the answers will come through, but it's not going to be very straightforward. It feels like your cards are asking you to observe a situation. What feels like you don't want to involve yourself in it? It's a very interesting scenario here, because I'm seeing there is one person who is very inspirational to you, and who makes you feel like you want to move forward, you want to do a lot of things, life is good, you see potential in a lot of things. But then it feels like there's someone else in your life who's not making you feel that way. This could be the same maybe person, and that's why you're confused. Let's check. Who's this person who's making you feel good, who's helping you? This is a very strong-willed person, very stable. This is not someone who's all over the place. Quite a busy individual, possibly. Quite a busy individual. Maybe they have 2 jobs, or a job and a hobby, a job and a very important responsibility. They're very focused on their finances. And I'm asking, who's this person who has something that they're not telling you? The King of Wands. This could be someone that you're interested in romantically, but it doesn't have to be. This is a person who looks really good, very focused on how they look. I never picked it up with the King of Wands and Nine of Wands this type of scenario, but that's what is coming through here today. Someone who really focuses on the way they look, their body, their physique. What is it that they're not telling you? What is happening here? The High Priestess, damn, they definitely not telling you something here. Secrets, secrets, secrets. Okay. Tower. The Wheel of Fortune. This could be a situation where you are being protected from hearing about something. It feels like a protection here. This is not, I'm hearing this is not beneficial for you to know. It's not your business. It doesn't matter. Don't get yourself involved. Just decide what you want to do with this connection. Yeah, I split the deck. We have the Seven of Cups. Decide what you want to choose. Do you want to invest your time and energy into this, or do you not? Depending on what has happened before here. Okay. This is one of the most interesting readings I've done in a while, because it feels like there's a lot of history here, and even myself, I'm like, what is going on? So if you know what the heck is going on here, can you please let me know in the comments. What do we need to know about our stability and finances? Next week we're gonna have. By the way, you might also be invited to a trip. Someone is inviting you somewhere, okay? Work, finances, career. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. We have the seven, wow, the Chariot. I don't know what I was thinking, don't ask. Oh, there are a couple of cards mixed in here from the other deck. Let me pull them out. Work and finances. You're thriving next week and a half. You are thriving. You're well accomplished. You are feeling good. You might even receive a promotion or a bonus. You are completing a project, and overall you are in the leadership shoes next week and a half. So don't be afraid to show your leadership skills next week and a half in your workplace. It's gonna be important for you to have a good structure, okay? To know what it is that you're doing and to have everything written down in case you forget things. But in general, it feels like if you have a boss, someone's boss will compliment them, will give you really good feedback. For others who don't have a person above them, it feels like you are progressing pretty fast next week and a half. Would it be your own business or something that you're doing individually? Those people who didn't have enough time to spend with their families, you're getting some time off, or you are taking it, shall I say. And seeing some people going on a trip here, it keeps repeating. Trip. Could be just a weekend getaway, or could be a longer holiday that you are planning. But even if that's the case, once you come back or just before leaving, you are going to receive good news connected to your work, or you're going to receive good feedback from the God or universe, whatever you believe in, okay? So that's what I have for pile number 2. I hope this made sense. As usual, if you need more content, find me on Patreon, and have a beautiful week. Bye for now. Hey pile 3, let's see what's up with you next week and a half. This is not an English deck. We have the light and dark aspects of this card. I'm going to translate it for you. Light aspect of this card says cleansing, forgiveness for self and others, knowing clearly where you're going, being tolerant and understanding, Dark aspect of this card says feeling stuck, feeling that you lost due to lack of knowing where you're going, or feeling that existence has no meaning. Let's get to it. Let's see what we have. We're gonna be pulling from Game of Thrones tarot, I feel like, for you. Let's see what is happening next week. We're gonna have strength. So a lot of you are sitting in the light aspect of this card, which I like. I do feel like some of you have taken time recently to do cleansing. Would it be spiritual? Would it be detox? Others of you, you understood that you had to forgive an event. But most of all, what's coming through here for me with this strength card, she very clearly knows what she wants and what she's looking at. She's like, okay, I see very clearly. Her face is bright, her eyes are bright. She knows her direction. Especially for those who were uncertain where you're going or what to do next week, we can have, you're much clearer with your visions, you're much clearer with your goals, what needs to be done, what needs to be focused on. The Eight of Coins. Oof, a very physically strong week. Some of you maybe started gyms lately, or you are starting next week. We're gonna have overall you're doing something that requires physical stamina. You're very focused on your work and you're very focused on physical strength next week. We're gonna have very dedicated to your craft. Yeah, for sure. Your power lies in dedication, consistency. You're putting in work next week. We're gonna have, and you're seeing rewards. This is an abundant, especially financially abundant week. Some people I'm seeing they will be connecting to their mothers more, spending more time with them. If your mom is not on this earth anymore, if she has transitioned, or grandma. This could be both because they have the same feeling for me. You may expect a visitation, or you will be meditating, and through meditation you will be connecting to the spirit. Okay, this is sweet vibes. Sweet vibes. If you're a mom yourself, I am seeing that someone else will be complimenting, or will be complimenting you or looking up to you, saying how strong of an individual you are. For some reason, for all of you, this might be different reasons. But I'm seeing someone complimenting the other feminine, saying, damn, like, you kick ass. You kick ass. You're one of the most powerful. I don't know why I'm hearing this. This is weird. One of the most powerful forces. So maybe you overcame quite a lot on your own, or you overcame quite a lot of difficult events happening in your life, and someone is surprised to see how well you're doing, because other people would maybe have been broken and you're not. You keep going. You're like, that's not gonna bring me anything of value. Very, very good week for you guys. It feels like you're very grounded. You're very good at communicating with other people. You're good at navigating. Would it be your job? Would it be navigating other people if you're a leader of a team? Or overall in family area, you are a really good leader. People look up to you. People listen to you. And there is a difference between a leader and a boss, and you definitely are a leader here. You're very compassionate, understanding, but you are firm when you need to be. And that's exactly what's bringing in more of financial income your way. Like that strength, inner strength that you have, and that dedication, I'm very clear where I'm going and I know what I'm going to achieve. That type of vision or projection to the future is helping you tremendously. Next week and a half, you're going to see this come to fruition. You may have quite a strong team around you. Would it be a family that you consider your team or your tribe? Would it be work partnerships? You may expect a collaboration, or if you're looking for business partners, you may find what you're looking for next week and a half. Let's see what else we got. I'm also hearing you're breaking the ice. Someone is breaking the ice. In which aspect? What situation is this? Breaking the ice. I'm hearing a conversation. Stop waiting for something to happen. Like you're giving a kick to someone, and it's gonna be quite inspirational. Or finally make a decision and just go for it, experience it, and then you'll know if that's for you or if that's not for you. Sorry, one sec, guys. Okay. Let's see. What this Ace of Cups is about. What is this Ace of Cups about? In the Page of Swords. You're hearing news from someone. Someone is going to approach you. Or you, if you are the one who was considering reaching out to one particular person, you are doing it next week and a half. See, someone was waiting for a good time. Would it be you or would it be someone else? I'm seeing a message coming through here. Where is this coming from? If it's not you, where is this coming from? See what flip? Knight of Cups. Okay. This is someone who has an eye on you. Could be romantically speaking or platonic. Doesn't matter. Let's see. What do they want? What are they gonna say? What do they want? Four of Swords. If there was any conflict, they want to make peace with you. But there is one more thing. Someone is going to contact you. You're going to hear news about some sort of healing. They might invite you to join them for that particular healing. Or a conversation takes place about that. Yeah, there is help coming your way. Whatever this offer is or whatever this message is about, it feels that it's going to be good for you. Because we have the Six of Spears here. You're glad that you've explored this idea, or you're glad that you had this conversation. Let's see. The Emperor. Yeah, it's like having this conversation made you feel much more safe or secure or more in control in some way. Anything that we need to focus on next week and a half, what would be beneficial to focus on, pile 3? What would be beneficial to focus on? Your mental well-being, your sleep and your mental well-being. Especially if you're very busy, or especially if your head is very busy. Find a way to release that tension in your brain. What are you growing out of? What are you growing out of? Pile 3. What are you growing out of? Oh, heartache. If anyone had any issues even in your physical body with heart chakra, you are strengthening it. Or if you felt that someone has betrayed you or you were hurt, I'm picking up a friendship here. Could be romantic too. You're overcoming heartache. So good stuff, pile number 3. Your pile was one of the lightest piles out of all of these. So have a great week. If you need more content, find me on Patreon as usual. And until the next time, thanks for being here.